Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, George. Here we are with Jobless Reincarnation. I gotta say,
Yes, sir.
I'm having a great, relaxing, nice time with this so far. Last episode was a little bit weird, you could say, in some ways. We had cat girls, cat and dog girl peeing themselves, and we had slaves and stuff like that.
Yeah, true. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, but
yes.
Compared to the other show that we're watching this week, and for the last several weeks, ReZero's been a little crazy. So I like the slower, chill pace of Jobless Reincarnation right now. It's a good yin yang. I don't want to jinx it, and I don't want things to go off the freaking rails here in the next episode or two, but it's just nice. It's the chill vibes in Jobless is exactly what I need in anime right now.
If ReZero wasn't so crazy, would you feel the same about the chill vibes of Jobless?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just extra good right now. I think it's I like grounded fantasy a lot. It's like probably my favorite genre if I had to pick one. Like grounded fantasy with monsters and magic and exploration, all that stuff. Especially that's why Frieren became like my favorite anime, because it's very like, it doesn't have to be slow, but I need it to be like grounded. And Frieren, like,
what do you mean? What do you mean by grounded?
Like it's not too, like we're not in like a high elf city where like there's magical elevators and magic is everywhere. People's houses are being cleaned by magical brooms that sweep and stuff. Like magic is like totally peripheralated, fucking everything.
Sure.
Right?
Okay. Because like I was gonna say, like this, I feel like this universe is like borderline high fantasy. You have a bunch of different races. You have a freaking castle in the sky. You had this like giant calamity that sent things everywhere. But you like more so like the day to day is grounded.
Yeah, like I just want it to be like, I want it to feel like, how do I put it? Like we watched Grimgar before we started the channel.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't remember the full name, but Grimgar. If you search Grimgar, you'll find it.
Yes.
Yeah, for anyone listening. But Grimgar really had that like down to earth, like slowish, deliberate-ish, down to earth. I don't know. There's like a feeling to it, like a very earthy fantasy type of thing. It's not like crazy powers like out the wazoo and stuff. Like there is some of that, but I like keeping the power scaling and power caps as like grounded as possible for like the main cast at least, so that like we can appreciate the excitement and the intrigue of the higher power level things that are in the world, right? I like being able to be that small thing in the big thing, so I can be like, whoa, wow, and it's always interesting, right? So I really like that. Now, Frieren she's obviously like top of the food chain kind of thing, but like there was that feeling that they had from her, and there was only like very specific points where they would show the magic that could be shown all the time, but it was very rare. And so when it happened, it was spectacular, but it didn't happen very much, right? But it was always kind of there waiting to be shown. So like, I like when a show can kind of hold back and just like play its not play its cards, like all the cards, like there you go, there's all the magic, you see it all the time. It's just like, we see it occasionally. It's really great when it comes, but the rest of the time it's like kind of muted. Not really, but like kind of muted.
Okay.
Like you see,
I see what you mean.
Right. Yeah. Like you see Sylphie using the magic with the water. She's like making it. It's just like it's a part of the mundane world. It's just great. It really helps to make me like feel out the magical fantasy world that they got going on. So.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. The slow pace is nice. I do want things to happen eventually, but I am enjoying it right now. I like that they're taking the time to establish, like they didn't just do the school thing and set it up from like season 1, and now they're here and it's like we did school for 3 days and now the dragons are attacking, and like we could totally like skipped over any sort of like school stuff and are now fighting the dragons, right? Like if you know what I'm trying to say. It's
sure.
there's an actual payoff to something that they kind of an inciting incident to like a lot of the things that happened. Obviously the calamity is the biggest thing, but the whole reason he went to Eris in the first place was because they wanted to go to school, and it was something that was established by Roxy way back when. And so yeah, that's the part I'm liking the most. It's like, okay, they set this all up, they're building it, now they're executing it.
Right.
That's what I'm appreciating.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said earlier, near the beginning of the school stuff, at least, is they're going to need to take their time to really sell the relationship between Sylvie and Rudy, so they can reveal the payoff.
Yeah, true.
Of his curement, later because of their relationship. So they still got some building to do, and I'm here for it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's see how depraved or not this episode will be.
Yeah, you just had to remind me, didn't you?
Dude, don't forget the show we're watching, okay?
Sometimes I try to, George.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's do it. No, this is that other guy.
What? Oh my gosh, speaking of which.
Already, dude.
Oh.
Gonna be her. Come on.
Oh no. Oh, the elf lady.
She's gonna force herself on Cliff.
Force herself? Yeah. She'll need lots of forcing, I'm sure. Oh no, Cliff. No! Cliff was such a good boy! Now he's a degenerate!
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh snap, his reputation is... That's right.
Dang! Wow, way to handle it. He didn't like fight him or anything, he just talked him down. Oh, it's Cliff!
Is that Cliff? Oh. Oh, come on, dude. Have some humility.
Oh, he did!
Okay, good.
He heard you,
good.
George. He literally heard you. He was like, oh. Yeah, he's from the Eris episode, which, to be fair, he was hella forgettable, just straight up. I'm not surprised at all. People were like, how did you forget? It's like, oh, he's easy to forget, okay?
Yes. However, I think he doesn't necessarily hate Rudy, but he's jealous of Rudy. He hates how much Eris likes Rudy. That's what I think.
Yeah, true, fair. And do you think that he was respectful to Rudy out of respect for Eris?
Just now?
Yeah.
No, I think this was legitimate. I think he was like, no, you helped me. Like he realized what Rudy did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought maybe he's like, well, frick you. And then he's like, well, Eris likes him and I want Eris to like me. So I can't be frickin' rude.
There could have been an element of that, but I think the majority was, he was just legitimately grateful.
All right.
He could have, yeah. He could have talked to him. He could have like been ungrateful and proud, but no, like so good on Cliff.
Or like I said, he heard you because you spoke at the same time that he kind of looked over and.
True.
Yeah, fair, George. I didn't realize you were in the show. That's pretty cool.
A word of power, and it transcended the medium of the anime, and he heard
Dang,
changed forever the outcome of the show, dude.
It was you, and then it translated into your little anime tune, and then that translated into the show. We literally have like a direct connection.
That's right. The tune spoke it, and then it went into the show. That's
we
right.
truly are anime. That's amazing.
It's the elf? No way.
Yup.
Practice asking around.
It's the elf girl. Oh
my
no.
Gosh. Bro, just
she is very pretty, but like bro, you don't want any of that.
You're gonna have your heart broken, bro.
Scandalous.
And it's true. And it's true. Give her a wide berth, dude. You don't want
bro, you don't
want
have
to
get an introduction. She'll bend over backwards for you.
Oh, poor Cliff, dude.
All right, he's being smart and tactful about this. Oh, Sylvie, stop.
There will be trouble down the road.
That's fair. That's fair.
She's just there every afternoon?
I bet she is. So she can wave to people. Oh no. Oh no. She's like, usually I have to wait here and get them from the window. You're bringing them to me right now. That's so courteous of you. Like, oh, jeez. It's over. It's over.
Oh.
Wait, so she's afraid of relationships? So she wants to pay him to not bring... She's like...
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if she's necessarily afraid. But yeah, that's part of the vibe that I'm getting as well.
Aww. Oh, what?
Oh, she's afraid of hurting him. Okay.
I would never have expected this, though. Isn't that kind of weird? Right?
That she can't deal with the serious ones?
Yeah, like she's being respectful of the fact that this guy wants to be serious, and she won't just like frick around with him. She's like, whoa, you're serious? No, I can't do that. That would be inappropriate, like, to you. It would be unfair to that person. Right? I think the understanding is when she's with someone is like, listen, we just do the thing, go, and then you go. Right? And it's like, but I would have thought for sure she would be the type to be like, oh yeah, well, we'll just frick around, and as long as you're not serious, then it's fine. But she won't even begin anything at all.
Yeah.
You don't think that's
she
kind
does
of...
spare them. She does spare them some heartache in that sense.
Right?
So, yeah. It's such a, like... How do I even explain this without, like, sounding like too much of a jerk? But, like... She is fully aware that she is objectifying herself, but she's okay with that.
And the men she's dealing with, to be fair.
And the men she's dealing with, yeah, it's like a two-way street here for sure. But she's like self-aware enough of like the negative consequences. I guess that's why she also paid those other guys of like, you can't get serious with me. That she doesn't want to bring earnest people into this whole thing. Like, I don't know. It's such a weird...
It's like respectful in a way, but like in a very weird way.
It's weird. It feels weird to me because I feel like she's being more respectful to others than she is being to herself.
Yes, fair.
That makes
That's
sense,
fair. A little bit.
right?
Yeah, I get you.
And so, and it's just like not typically the dynamic.
Right.
Usually people are respectful of themselves and not others, right? Like, I don't know. It's weird. Good for her. Good for her, I guess.
Yeah. she's got, I just wasn't expecting her to have such, I guess respect is the right word for other people. Especially when it comes to this, you would think like, oh, well, she's horny. She'll just sleep with anyone. It doesn't matter the consequences for them if they're naive or what. But she's like, no. It's very interesting. I think, I will say it doesn't necessarily like put aside like, oh, she's such a greatly written character. The fact that she has a reason why she does all the things she does. But I do like that even for a character like this that we may think is a little bit shallow and kind of one note in this way and written very on the nose, that she has some texture to her as a character, as some depth. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay.
How does Cliff take this?
Oh boy.
She's kicking him out. Okay. And she's private about this part too. All right.
Yeah, interesting. Huh.
Don't tell me Cliff is gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay with her lifestyle, dude.
Oh boy.
Oh
no.
I knew it. I knew it, dude.
He's a cuck.
Come on, bro.
After
So
all the
dumb.
things we just said. Oh my
So
god.
dumb, dude.
What?
What?
I'm sorry, Cliff, that I slandered you by calling you a cuck. I didn't realize your game. What? Are you serious? He's freaking swindled her. What?
Something
All
feels
right.
off here. I'll believe it all the way if nothing bad happens to our boy Cliff, but okay, so
That's
far, all right.
crazy. What? No. What? Oh my gosh.
Okay. 2 butterflies now.
Wow. Absolutely shocking development on both fronts.
No
on 2
way.
fronts.
Okay, it looks like, yeah, it's good.
That's crazy.
All right. Oh, it's spring. That's why everybody's okay.
Yeah.
In the form of challengers. They all think he wants to marry.
Oh. What?
No, it's for the girls, bro.
He covered his butt.
Oh my gosh, dude. They're using him to get...
Oh my gosh. Wait, who's this other blue-haired girl, though? What? They just left her out completely of that whole thing. All right.
I guess.
Oh
so many of them,
my
dude.
gosh, that's hilarious. To be fair, I would be in that line for the cat
No.
girls.
No. Nope. Oh, it's a blue-haired girl, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. No. No.
She's jealous. Oh,
She beat them all.
the blue-haired
No.
girl? Oh. It's this guy from the demon
This
continent.
thing. Oh, what? He's here for him too? I have foresight.
He knows.
Oh, my fiance. Whoa.
What? Where did he come from?
What is
How did he know
happening?
he was here?
Oh, this is great. I'm so excited. Imagine he gets another eye.
Imagine.
Called you a marble. Interesting. What?
His other arms are like just perpetually flexed.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Never
wow.
said that. Whoa.
Dang, dude.
No way. That's crazy. Hmm.
もしくは人神からチートをもらっていたとか。
決して僕は今から口にする人物の手先とか配下とかそういう感じで
Oh, he doesn't want a repeat of last time.
Last time, he's just like, yeah, we're not making that mistake again. I'm not being punched to like a paste
Yeah.
right now, bro.
貴様が待てと言ったのであろう。魔王は約束を破らぬ。
Okay, all right.
I like this guy.
という名前に聞き覚えはありますか？
貴様、その名前をどこで聞いたのだ？
Oh,
夢に出てくるんです。
そうか。夢にか。
何かご存知で？
わからん。
Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh.
oh my, this freaking dude.
貴様も笑え。
Oh my gosh, what a weak laugh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All the
Everyone's
students.
like,
bro.
what the frick?
先輩、すみませんこんなことお願いしてしまって。
What does everyone think that Fitz is fetching the staff for Rudy? Oh, I'm so excited.
バーディーで良いぞ。
Body.
Body.
Oh, I love it. Body's the man.
なんだ。
Don't kill me?
もし僕が負けてもどうか命
Even if I lose, please spare my life.
始める前から命乞いか。面白いやつだ。
Oh, this is great.
膨大な魔力を持っていながら、己の力に自信はないか。
Oh, dang.
殺されかけたばっかりなんで。
Ho, 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 ho.
まずい。
では、一つ我が輩から提案をしよう。
Oh,
なんでしょうか？
一発だけだ。
What?
一発だけ。貴様の奥義を我が輩に向かって放つ。
Oh man. Oh man, I love anime, bro. This is so fun. This is like one of my funnest things ever. Little freaking duels like this and the magic and the one blow, and this is gonna be great. I love this character. I love everything. This is peak 10 out of 10 episodes so far. This is great.
ではそれでいきましょう。
Could he use the
is he
fire
going
one?
to?
What about
Is he
that
going
fire
to
one?
wound him?
片手でとっさに作った。でも今回は時間がある。奈良をも
Oh,
痛めてやる。
yes, and that wounded the
Yes.
練り上げ固く
Orsted.
ショと固く回転。
Oh man. Oh, I love
受
this.
けるように。速度。
Yes, yes, yes.
今俺ができる限りの
Uh oh,
最速で
it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail.
He's gonna stop him, maybe?
では行きますよ。
Oh man. Oh, he tanked it. He tanked it, I bet.
He tanked it. Oh, he won.
No, he moved him
Well,
back.
he said
maybe.
wound me. Wound
Yeah.
me.
だろう。
No, he's not that. He's okay. Dang, he lost.
Imagine he blew his fucking head off. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be crazy?
He didn't. There's no way.
He's standing up. He's standing up. What?
生きてた。
He's
He's
smaller.
small.
Oh, what? What is
Shed his
happening?
arms?
He killed him and then he. Oh,
You are triumphant.
勇者を名乗ってもよいぞ。
やめとき
He got him.
ではせめて
What?
勝ち時をあげよう。
What?
さて、では我が輩の番だな。
what? Oh,
Okay, that could have been worse.
フィッツ先輩もありがとうございました。
what was the point of this? Though? Why did he come all the way down here? He just wanted a duel
I don't know.
because his fiance said he was a remarkable guy.
I don't know what the point of this was, but it was awesome. So, do you think that he killed him? And that his arms being shed was like losing a life, but then he like gathered his arms back and he like got the life back. Do you think you have to like kill him 3
Oh.
times really fast to make him lose all his arms?
Or just take all his arms away.
Or take all his arms or something? Yeah, right?
I think that's probably it. If you take off all his arms at once, he dies. But as long as he has one arm left, the other ones can like reattach and give him
Right.
full power.
That's what I'm thinking, right? Oh, that was so fun. That was great. I just wish I'm such a glutton, but I would have liked that scene where they're talking about the frickin' thing he's making, the screw frickin' drill. If they would have drawn that out for another 30 seconds and they just focused on it, getting more intense and dragging it, oh, it would have been great. But that was great. That was very fun.
Yeah.
決闘やら魔王やら今日は大変だったな。
Yeah, true. That was the first duel of the day.
これで会うこともないだろう。
Oh, he's gonna show up right now.
He'll be back.
Oh, he did. He didn't. Oh.
What?
Oh, it's winter now. Oh my gosh, bro.
What?
Bro, why?
Dude, that
Show,
dog girl's
come on.
devious. No way, he's back.
Oh, he's back. He's the teacher?
What?
No way. What twist is this, dude?
He just jumped in through the roof?
Oh, he's a student. The fiance of despair? Is he a teacher or a student? I can't tell.
I don't know. What is happening? Is he a disciple of Rudy now that he got beat?
I don't know. If he's the teacher, no, and he was just testing how strong Rudy is.
This
I
is
don't
the
know, dude.
weirdest thing ever. What the heck? Oh, man, I cannot predict this freaking show, I swear.
Oh, man.
All right,
yeah.
Well, I mean, okay. So it was the fall then.
It was fall. But they showed like a bunch of like animals kind of loving on
and like
each other.
butterflies and stuff. I was like, oh, it's spring,
Butterflies
clearly,
and moth
right?
and dragonflies. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
why I was like, yeah, is it
So
spring?
maybe
But
it was spring, and then he was talking about getting ready for the fall, and then now it's the winter, right? That was my interpretation.
maybe. I feel like it's more likely that it was. Well, they didn't show any like trees changing color. And he did talk about them being in heat, so it must have been. And there was that festival, like those girls dancing. It looked like a summer spring festival. It didn't look anything like a fall festival. So maybe,
it must have been that.
Maybe time has passed. Time has passed a whole year, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's been like half a year. Yeah, because we've gone from spring to winter now.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
That's
Do you
it.
think he's a student or what is his name? Body? Body? You think he's the teacher or a student?
His outfit looked a little bit different, but it could have been that it was fucking stretched to all hell. So that's why
he
it
just
looked
like ripped it with his arms.
yeah. I don't know. What class would he be teaching? You know what? We haven't even seen any teachers in this class, have we? Or maybe we have, like, very, very briefly in like a fucking montage.
I think we saw one last episode, or no?
I'm gonna say because of the positioning,
Maybe.
and he didn't come through the door behind them, that he is the teacher. He did crash through the
he's the
roof, so it
teacher.
could be a coincidence that he's at the front of the class. But if I had to make a guess,
Or he's just I don't know. Dude.
right?
It's so
If I had to make a
freaking-
guess, then yes. But that is that's interesting development, to say the
Yeah.
least. That's super
Yeah.
weird.
He's
All right.
I think he's the teacher, but we'll see.
Very good. That was a fun
Yeah.
one.
There's this book called The Abra. I think I've even talked about it, even in this reaction. And there's a very minor spoilers. Skip ahead like 2 seconds, but there's this wizard that their magic. There's this whole organization of wizards, and their magic is stored in their hats.
Okay.
And this guy has gone around killing all the other wizards and wearing their hats. And now he's got this like giant stack of wizard hats on his head, which
Okay.
makes him like super powerful because he killed all the
Okay.
other wizards and stole their hats.
Oh my
and so when
gosh.
like we're talking about the powers stored in his arms and everything, that's where my mind went. I'm like, oh, he's just like the wizard where all his power is stored in his hats. And if his
That's
hat
amazing.
ever were like this tower of hats ever were to like tip over and like fall, he's like powerless, complete,
powerless?
just like a regular person. Yeah, exactly.
What kind of freaking weird magic system is that? That's bizarre. All right, very good, very
Yeah.
good. All right, well, on to the next one, shall we?
Let's do it.
次の授業遅れちゃいますよ。やめ
Oh, she hits him with the meat. What the frick?
Don't eat it. What? She getting jealous? Oh.
Oh, oh no! Oh,
Oh
jeez,
my
walked the
gosh.
freaking wall.
ルーデウスが通るたびにそちらを見てますわね。
Oh dang!
ダメなの。
Bro.
もし覚えてないって言われたら、僕どうにかなっちゃう。
Oh, she doesn't
that's
want
why she
to.
hasn't.
というやつは
Okay.
アリエル様どう見ます
Do you think this is the episode
Oh man!
where she reveals herself to Rudy?
I hope so. Oh, I'm so excited.
All right, let's see what happens.
She's gonna tell her to do it.
シルフィー、
Sylvie.
Called her Sylphie.
ルーデウスの件はあなたに任せます。
Oh.
Oh,
いつを使っても構いませんから、あなたの好きにやりなさい。
Okay, maybe not this episode. She gave her
Oh.
full control.
well, to be fair, she was holding herself back because she felt like she was bound to the rules, and now she's not bound to the rules.
True. Yeah.
So
Fair point. Fair point. Maybe this is the episode then.
Let's go.
転移と召喚が似ていることに気づいた
Oh,
Mm.
interesting.
送り出すそれは人間は召喚
You can't summon people. Huh. But you can teleport them clearly.
Always the ear scratch,
そういえ
dude.
ば一人いたよ。特別生のサイレントセブンスターさ。
Oh, the one that doesn't show
だ
up?
けじゃない食堂のメニューの改善や黒板の考案などこの学校に残した功績を
Inventing
非常に
uniforms?
そ
What?
してそのほとんどは俺が前世から知っている
She has come.
I recognize most of them from my old world.
She has come from fricking Japan, bro. What the frick? We're getting like double back-to-back reveals this week of like this particular thing. That is very interesting.
Yeah, what?
What? Okay.
のだった
She's got a mask
She's
on?
wearing a mask.
Oh man, that's absolute confirmation.
どうぞ。
She lets him in. No way.
Oh boy. Watch her have like the Hime haircut from, it's like very popular. Oh, not quite.
Oh
Wearing a
my
mask.
gosh, dude. She's the one that was with what's her face? What's his face?
またあったわね。
Oh, with
Yes,
Orsted.
with Orsted. Yes.
Oh, frick. You're right. I was like, who are you talking about? I was like, oh. Oh,
Dang, because they only
frick.
showed this part, so I assumed it was one of those masks.
It was a
but
face.
no, it's
That's
like
what I thought too. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a face mask. Yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh.
So
dude, do you think
maybe-
she said to him, do you think he's like me?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, do you think maybe that the dragon god did somehow pull her, right? Because remember, man god said the dragon god was the one who would do something like that, bring someone from another world, which, boom, he clearly freaking did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was expecting him too.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Oh.
The PTSD, holy frick.
Yeah. What does she do? What does she do?
She didn't do anything. He's terrified.
No, I know. What does she do to this
Oh,
reaction?
what does she do? Oh, he passes
Uh-oh.
out.
He passes out.
Is it Fitz?
Oh my gosh. What a way to wake up, dude.
柔らかい優しい
It's Fitz. It's Fitz.
なん
Let's
だか
go.
懐かしい
Oh, it's Fitz?
Yep.
ねぼざぜひ、へこきびねら。
Let's go. A while?
A while? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I guess he might.
What is this language they're speaking?
This is like a tongue, like a demon tongue or something, right?
Yeah, it's like demon or something? Okay.
Yeah, probably something like that. It could be like dragon tongue if there is that.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh boy. She's gonna ask him about Japan or something, right? Is it kanji? Is it Japanese kanji?
Shinohara Akito
Akito.
Kuroki
Kuroki
Satoshi.
Satoshi? Are these like famous celebrities in Japan? That's like literally kanji right there, bro. That's confirmation.
Yes. I wonder if these are other individuals that were pulled from Japan.
Ooh, that
And
could be
brought
another
here.
one. Oh, frick. This is amazing.
Whoa. He's neither of them.
Yeah, what?
What was his name before? Yeah, he knew they were names. Oh my gosh, dude.
Shoo, she just said we're from the same place. Obviously, that can't be freaking true according to Sylphie. What the frick? Oh my gosh. Oh.
生前の記憶最後の瞬間トラックにひかれそうになっていた高校生と
That's the same girl. No way.
そこにいた
私の名前は七星。七星静香。日本人よ。でも日本語はわかるし。
What is Sophie gonna think of all this?
何にせよ、これで一歩進展。
Yeah, and why does she retain her face, but he didn't?
ルデウス・グレイラット。
He doesn't say his.
地での偽名よね。
Yeah, he doesn't say his other name.
わかるわよ。あんなことがあったんだし。
Oh,
安心して。私は味方だから。
bro, how is he supposed to trust this?
I don't know. This is
私
crazy.
以外にも飛ばされた人がいるなんて、なんだか頼もしい。
Wow, they're so open about this.
お互い協力しよ
Our world.
What's Sylphie gonna think?
Yeah, what is Sylvie gonna think about this?
う。何
He doesn't want to go back.
He doesn't. Yeah,
俺は
I'm not going back.
元の世界になんて帰りたくない。
And he just confirmed this for Sylphie.
Yep.
What does she
Dude.
say?
Sylphie is gonna have so many questions.
サイレント。ユーレクスペンクサバン。ディブランフ。
Oh, they were speaking in Japanese.
That's what they're doing.
Bro.
Okay, right. Because the dialect that they spoke at the beginning of the show, remember? He didn't understand it and he had to learn it. And then, okay, so they're showing that they were speaking in Japanese. I actually had a thought. I was like,
Yes.
is she speaking in Japanese to him? But then I was like, no, don't they all speak Japanese? And I totally forgot that they don't all speak Japanese. It was a different language. Okay, so Sylphie hasn't realized.
She doesn't know. She
man.
doesn't know.
This
He's
is
been speaking Japanese
crazy.
only.
Interesting.
製品、T ベイビー。
Oh,
私はこの世界に興味はないわ。
how is that possible?
召喚者の漫画やラノベのように、元の世界の知識を教えておくつもりは
気づいたら赤ん坊として生まれ、この世界で家族や友人ができました。
She didn't.
といったところ。
Yeah, she wasn't reincarnated. She was literally.
Teleported.
Yeah.
自分も大体同じです。多分。
Okay, hold on though. She
Yeah.
was hit at by a truck at the same time that he saw this whole thing go down. But then she was teleported and he died and he was born and lived however many years. Let's just say he's what, 16 here? I don't know the
Yeah.
exact timeline, but he's 16 and now they're both
Yeah.
16 here.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
was
there
thinking
was
the
like
same
a
thing.
time.
Yeah, so like they were plucked at the same time, but the time they were placed into is very different.
Yes, they were placed in at the same time, but they were placed
That's
in
what I'm
different
thinking. 'Cause-
chronological time.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Like she doesn't look
Okay.
any different, right? She looks exactly the
Yeah.
same. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
私はいきなりアスラ王国に放り出されたわ。
Interesting.
そこでオルステッドに保護された。
Orsted
Interesting.
did.
オルステッドが
言葉もわからないから勉強。
Woo! We're gonna pause it right there. Summoning magic standard. That's why she's a freaking expert in this.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, dude, why do you think the man god sent him here for this? What's he planning, bro?
Do you think he sent? Oh man, there's like so many things right now connecting these two things. Yeah, you're right. Okay, because like he said, the man god like did something to the dragon god, right? And he was pissed. So do you think he sent Rudy? But like, no, the man god said he didn't send Rudy, right? He speculated that the dragon god did.
It wasn't anything the man god did. It was something he did. Or the dragon god.
So who
He's the
sent
most
Rudy
likely.
then?
Do you think the man god could be lying?
I feel like the man god is the type of guy to always tell the truth, but never tell you everything. He says things in a way that's always truthful, but not giving you all the information that you should know. He's like keeping things back, right? But I don't know. Like he could be outright lying, but I feel like it would be less interesting as like a character. It's like, well, he just lies, and like you just don't know, right? And in fact, it would be more interesting if he like always tells the truth, but not everything. So we have to like figure out what could it mean, right? How is it technically the truth, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So,
その後はあの人に連れられて世界中旅した。
Wow, around the world.
戦いばかりだったわ。戦いもその一つ。
just one more
What?
fight
様子が違ってたからオルステッドに頼んで
to bring you back.
どうしてオルステッドは人神と争っているんですか？
私も詳しいことは知らないわ。
Why does she wear that mask, I wonder?
恨みだって言ってたわね。
そんな理
Is it because there's no Asian ethnic people in this world? Do you think? Like she looks Japanese, right? But like no one else looks like her because she was teleported. Rudy is like DNA born, right? I wonder. Maybe that's why she wears the mask. Because I'm thinking like, why does she wear the mask? Like surely there's got to be a reason, but that must be it.
Yeah. It's like anime, so it's like hard to tell.
Yeah.
Like the other people we see, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that might be part of it. I think you're right.
すでに存在しないと聞きましたけど。
神魔大戦の頃に作られた遺跡には残ってるらしいわよ。
Oh. You gotta find them. That's sick.
それは口止めされてるから言えない。
Oh.
口止め。
Yeah, he probably told her not to say anything.
私はついて回っただけだから覚えてないしね。
Probably that too.
お前は何者かの手によってこの世界に召喚されたのではないか。
Oh.
とある人って。
Ooh, that's the question.
言えないわ。自分のことは誰にも言うなって。
Come on.
I hate it here.
気象を大きく変えるようなことをすればきっと世界に排除される。
What?
だ
What?
から自分に必要なものしか作らないし、利がなければ提供もしない。
世界に排除。
Yeah, the
SF 読
world?
んだことない？
そういうものはタイムスリップしたやつが
Yeah, what?
まあいい
But what about him though? He was born in this world.
Yeah, true.
魔力ないんですか？
そう、私の魔力はゼロ。
So she can't test.
魔力あるのよね。
はい。
Yeah, he's fundamentally different from her.
ないかもね。
Oh,
Exactly.
多分不老だけど不死じゃないわ。
probably not immortal.
私はこの世界が嫌い。
He hates it
国がな
here.
いしご飯は美味しい
And the food sucks.
おかしいし不便だし。
He loves it here.
好きです。
Yeah.
やりたくありません。
大往生だったのね。
With no
Quite
regrets.
the opposite. Full of regrets, I think.
Yeah, that's not the correct interpretation, I
私
think.
とあなたではだから取引よ。
僕
She'll trade information for help.
さっき話したでしょ。私はあなたの知りたいことを教える。
Oh,
ブ&テイクの関係ってことですか？
oh wow.
He takes it.
Sylvie, poor
It's
Sylvie.
just
She is just
Oh, is she getting
wasting
jealous?
away in the corner.
協力しましょう。
そうありがとう。
Oh, wow.
けど後になってやっぱりやめたはなしね。
特に二言はありません。
Oh, let's go.
ラジアキ、ザカーブタイプ、エヴァンボシュ。七星さん、ここからはこっちの言葉で。
Human.
わかったわ。おそらくあの事件はその時の反動で起こったもの。
of bringing her in here?
What?
つまり私が原因かもしれない。
Oh,
Oh.
Sylvie's not happy with that.
So
That's why she did the rings. Barrier.
yeah.
Physical and magical barrier.
Oh.
見てないで助けてよ。フィッツ先輩、お前のせいで。なんでこいつが原因だって今自分で言ったんだよ。どうして冷静でいられるんだ。君だって大変だったじゃないか。
すみません、説明が足りませんでした。彼女も被害者なんです。来たくて来たわけじゃない。
Oh. Yeah, she doesn't know, dude. Oh my gosh.
ごめん
Jeez.
なさい。配慮に欠ける言い方だったわね。謝罪するわ。
いや、
Oh, Sylvie.
僕の方こそいきなりごめんな。
Dang, she's got some fire in her, dude.
Yeah, she does.
に
Jeez.
ついては
オルステッドさんはなんと。
こんなことは初めてだって。
Never happened before.
That was the first time?
なるほど。僕の存在は渡りに船だったと。
渡りに船。
Oh.
そうかもね。
Oh. Oh. A godsend.
A godsend, huh?
He quite
Hmm.
literally is a godsend.
Yes. Interesting way to phrase that.
Hmm.
So he's here to correct the mistake, maybe, that has happened here.
Potentially. But like, how would he correct the
By
mass
helping her.
teleportation effect?
The man
But
god told
it's
him to come to the school and study teleportation, which directly led
Yes.
him to her.
him to her. But like, how can you correct it now? The damage has been done unless you like go back in time.
I don't know. Maybe to figure something out going forward. I'm not sure. That's a good question. But it
Yeah,
seems
like I
like
could
he
see like
was sent.
preventing a second calamity. I could see that.
Right.
But yeah, okay. Or maybe a
Man.
way to send her back home without causing a backlash now on Earth.
Or just sending her back at all.
Or yeah, even that
Right?
too,
Maybe
yeah.
correcting that mistake of bringing her here by accident.
Think
right?
the man god did that? Brought her?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, maybe he's the one that can do teleportation, but not reincarnation.
Maybe.
And that's
yeah.
the whole thing he meant, right? He's
I
like,
don't know. There's something.
Yeah.
There's something going on here. The subtext here is fucking blaringly obvious. So
話は分かりました。今日のところはこのくらいで。僕も話を整理します。
そう。こっちも話しすぎて疲れたし。
she probably didn't talk much with Orsted.
これからよろしく。
wow.
Wow, this was crazy, bro.
Yeah, this was an intense episode, dude.
Oh.
This feels like series, like mid-season finale kind of
Yeah.
info dump, but not
This was crazy.
not episode 9.
Fitz reveal, please. Sylvia reveal. Let's go. Walking so
Oh,
fast. No, he's leaving her behind. It's symbolic. No, stop.
ルーデウス君は彼女のことをどう思ってる
Oh, Sylvie.
のならいいんだ。
come on. You know you want to.
Ah, she's hanging on. Mother frick.
ありがとうございます先輩。
いや心配して
That was not the reason.
まあ、どういたしまして。
Okay. No?
They're dragging this on,
Bro,
dude.
I'm gonna lose my freaking mind over this.
Episode 9, the
Freaking
white mask.
swear. Frick. Gosh dang it.
Yeah.
They keep
Nothing
freaking
else.
teasing that out at the end every time. They're like, will she?
That'll be
Will
the
she?
mid-season finale. So
Gosh dang it, bro.
no, not even next time, actually.
How long could this
We'll-
go on?
We'll end on episode 11 next time.
George?
Yeah, what a reveal, dude.
Wow, that was big.
So, I wish he would have asked, who are these individuals and why are
Yeah.
you searching for them?
True. But there's
Oh.
time.
Were those the guys that were with her? She was
Oh.
holding the umbrella,
Yep, you freaking got it. You
and there
got
was
it.
two other dudes.
Yep, 100%. 100%, bro. She's looking for those two guys, maybe to bring them back.
But weren't they like fighting?
Yeah, they were like kind of not forcing themselves on her, but they were kind of being a little bit aggressive when it came to like talking to her. You know, that's the kind of way I interpreted it. It's possible they all got teleported there and separated. Like she knows that they are here, like as a fact, but she has been separated from them.
Separated
for
from them?
one reason or another.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe it was she separated from them initially because she's like, get away from me, because they were forcing themselves on her. But now it's
Right.
like, these are the only people left from my world. Like,
Right.
you know.
And like maybe she feels
There's
some
some
responsibility
solidarity
to
there.
want to bring them back. Right? Like if I'm going to go back, it would only be right
Yeah.
if I bring them back. I don't know. Maybe. Ooh, that Sylphie scene freaking affected me, bro. That was so sad, dude. I didn't realize she was carrying so much of that. Like, I don't even know if she knew.
I don't
she was
think she's the
carrying
only
so much
one.
Of that. Yeah, I don't think she's the only one either.
But I don't think she's the only one. Yeah, I think that's like common. I think most people feel this way. Like that was a tragic, tragic event.
Yeah, she's holding a lot of that trauma back. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Ooh, that was crazy. It's crazy that they diffused that situation by just saying like, oh, no, I'll be like, actually, I freaking caused it. Like, I mean, like, I'm the victim as well. Woo!
Yeah.
Wow. That was crazy. She was like putting on the rings. I was like, what is she going to show? Is she going to show something? She's like, I don't have any mana. I was like, okay, is she going to show like a spell with these rings? It was like physical shield
Nope.
and a magic
And
shield
magic
ring.
shield.
That's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
so sick, dude. Oh, man. Okay.
Probably Orsted
Wow.
gave this to her.
Easily. Yeah, Orsted probably did. Or maybe she
I
developed
was
it
just gonna
somehow.
say, like, why would he show up and have her travel with him?
Because she, like Rudy, is the only one not affected by his curse. Right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have any companionship. He probably thought she was pretty curious, right? Like, based on the whole situation, it's probably an interesting thing. And maybe it's like something to do with the man god, so he wants to keep her close and, you know,
But
whatever.
he was just happened to be at the epicenter of this teleportation.
No, I don't think he happened to be there. I think it happened and then he went and found her. But so they traveled around for 1 year. She's been here for 5. That's only one of the 5. We don't know when he found her and decided to start traveling. It seems like she studied the language for 2 years, she said, and then she met him for the third year.
yeah.
They traveled.
Maybe
Now
that's
she's
what it
been
is,
here
yeah.
for another, right? That's what I'm thinking.
That's so weird. Like, it's one thing where there's 2 people from Japan. That's already like odd and
Crazy.
a big reveal.
Right.
It's even weirder that it was two people in such near vicinity to each other.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like almost back to back. Were they both hit by the car there? Like, or the truck or bus or whatever it was?
Is it possible that when Rudy got picked up, there were people around him that got like in the freaking crossfire of the spell? Right? It was it was supposed to hit him, but it kind of accidentally hit them because they were on the peripheral and the magic kind of, is around there. And so instead of getting reincarnated like in the middle, it's like a hitbox. Like you have the core hitbox in Smash Bros. You hit like that right point, then you get like the full damage and the knockback, but the outer is like a kind of outer softer box, right? So like
Sure.
the spell has like a hitbox and the reincarnation's like right in the middle, and the kind of around it is like the teleportation, right? Because actually, that kind of makes some sense if it's like a spell that is cast and their teleportation and summoning are kind of linked, but like you could teleport a person, but you can't, or you could summon a person, but you can't.
No, you can't.
Teleport
You can't
them.
summon people.
You can't summon people, but you can teleport them. So maybe he was like teleported and then reincarnated. I don't know. I feel like there might be something there. Maybe not exactly that, but.
Maybe he died the second the teleportation beam hit.
And it took his
because
soul.
of that, it took his soul, and whoever brought him over here is like, baby, and just like dropped him in there or something.
Right. It's like, oh, frick, we have this soul here. I can't just like put him in the world. He'll just poof into nothing. So yeah, baby. There you go.
What a powerful being this must be to be able to like frickin' teleport somebody from another world, another dimension.
Unless it's not necessarily. We've talked about this before, though. It's not necessarily that they're powerful. It could just be their specialty, right? They could have a specialty power that does that, right?
Yeah. Either way, like what an interesting thing, because not only that, but they also have to have control of time in some way to be able to like put him back 15 years ago and then have her come here when the calamity happens.
Not necessarily.
But be summoned at the same time.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Or teleported at the same time.
Right. If like the center has the full effect where he's immediately brought from one place to the other, but the outer peripheries of the spell effect like was latent. It wasn't the full effect, so it wasn't as quick. They were still teleported and popped into a different. Like it's clear that like this, what happened to Rudy was quite different. What happened to them. So
yes.
it makes sense that they wouldn't be, put into the same time if like something fundamentally different happened. That being said, why was there a thing in the sky for so long though? And were they in that thing? Were they there? Did they get popped out when that happened? Like what happened? Like, did they appear there at the epicenter? And then everyone else freaking got teleported away, and then the only people in the very center of it was them? Or were they teleported somewhere into the world at random, and that coincidentally happened somewhere in the world? The teleportation event happened somewhere in the world coincidentally? And so she's like, well, we could be related, but we're not necessarily. Like, if she was in the epicenter of it, she just appeared. Obviously, she's connected to that very closely. If it's literally a coincidence, unlikely coincidence, but it's a coincidence that she just appeared in the world one day, and the teleportation thing happened at the same time, probably related, but not a definite.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. This like brings up so many questions.
Yep.
We already had so many questions, but this brings up even more questions. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to think of all this. It's all very confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I would say
I don't know.
Easily my two favorite episodes of this season for sure. But like definitely the entire series so far. I really liked last episode. Actually, you know what? We never saw the follow-up to that one guy.
We didn't.
Totally forgot about that.
What the heck he's doing. It's no longer winter, by the way. It's like sunny and not snowy. So time has passed.
I wonder if there was some cut content to that. I wonder, because it seems really weird that they just moved on from that and did not explain whatsoever what was going on there. Like, that's very strange. So,
yeah.
But yes, that being said, I really liked the last 2 episodes. Super fun, super engaging. Oh man, that was amazing.
I really like this. Last episode was good, but this one, like, really
this one was.
I love this, like, meaty information stuff. Yeah, it just brings more questions.
Man God's got some freaking explaining to do, bro.
Yeah, the whole, like, godsend stuff.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if she has a way to, like, access the man god
realm
regularly. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Maybe
she
that's
doesn't
why,
have any mana.
Yeah. She couldn't train, that's why. She's just here, right? She couldn't accumulate
She's just
mana.
Here.
Right?
She can't do anything.
Yeah.
She can't do anything.
Which
Which
sucks.
Like,
it would make sense why she doesn't like it here. She's like the most normal person ever in a fantasy
I don't
world.
care where I was teleported to. I'd want to come back to my life right now.
Well, call me Rudy, George, because I'm going to Fantasyland as a baby. Let's go.
Dude, I love my life right now, so I want to come back.
Listen, George, don't phrase it like I don't love my life, okay, bro?
That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying.
You said not I love my life, like I don't.
Yeah, I am no Rudy. Rudy did not like his life. I like my life.
Yeah, well, I like my life too, but if we can go to Fantasyland with magic and cat girls... Bro, I mean,
now
it's not
I
even a
definitely would want to make my way back. Yeah, I don't know what the man god's doing.
He's up to no good. He's up to some. I don't think he's up to no good. Actually, I think he's up to some freaking shenanigans. He's the type of little guy who's like, oopsie whoopsie, I accidentally brought this huge disaster. Oops, I did this thing. I was just experimenting. Whoopsie doopsie. Yeah, I don't think he's evil, but I think he's freaking chaotic neutral. That's what I think. Maybe even chaotic good, because he is like trying to help in some freaking weird way. So maybe he was trying to do good and he fricked some stuff up and he's like, oh, the drag god's gonna be real mad at me now, frick. Right? Maybe that's what he is. Maybe he's chaotic good. So he does seem good generally, so I wouldn't say he's necessarily neutral.
Yeah. Yeah, he just like, I can't put my finger on him, and that's clearly the intention. But like, when I think of it from a specific angle, I'm like, bro, no, he's like too sus. And then when I think from another angle, I'm like, well, he did help Rudy with like such and such thing. And like, so did we just get confirmation that he died? Because she's like, I asked Orsted to bring you back.
Yes. Oh, when you're talking, yeah, he was dead for sure. Yeah, 100%. He died. He was chilling with the man god, and then so, he's like, "Oh,
is that what happens to humans when they die? They go to like the man god realm."
Maybe, yeah. It would make sense if humans go to the man god. Yeah, sure. And then why could Orsted call him back from being dead in the man god realm?
Yeah.
And why did he have a freaking black hole in his freaking chest, specifically from the dragon god?
Because he can't see anything that the dragon god does, right? I think that's what it was.
Oh, okay, fair.
And so since he like, it looks like to the man god a black hole.
Right.
Just like nothing. Right.
Which is ironic, considering because he sees that it's just a black hole, he knows exactly what the dragon god has done.
Yeah, true.
To be fair.
Yeah. And then she's like, will Orsted kill me? She's like, no. Well, maybe. Eventually. Depends on what you do. Like,
that was amazing.
Okay, can you give me like some details here? What does that even freaking mean?
That was so funny, dude. It's like, frick. So, and she was also hinting at the fact that, like, was that total speculation from her, do you think? That, like, they'll just disappear, the world will be erased, or whatever the frick is going to happen if they frick about too much? Do you think she just made that up?
What does that even mean? What does that mean? What the frick does that mean?
I don't know.
Because we're not from here, so the world's just, if we change the timeline too much, it's going to erase us, meaning there's like the timeline is an arbiter of what can and can't happen.
Yeah, so like the way she's describing it makes me think like there is a timeline of the whole world, right? And it's already happened from beginning to end. And instead of like being a time traveler where you go back in time and now you're going to frick with events, they're like something else from another world plucked in that's going to frick with events. Even though it's not time travel, it's like world travel. They're still saying like, you're going to frick with the timeline of how things are supposed to go. Now, Orsted did kind of say that like he said things that made it seem like he knew the beginning from the
he's
end.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, he's like, I don't know who you are and all that stuff.
And then he's like, and then he talked about like Eris having like grown up, right, and stuff like that. Like, oh wow, you're much more capable than I expected you to be, right?
Yeah.
So he had like an idea of what Eris would be in the future. Didn't he? He had an idea of what Eris was going to be like in the future, and she wasn't the way that he thought because of freaking Rudy's things, right? I think we talked about that before.
It makes me feel like there's, like we were just saying, there's an established timeline, and there's only set amount of deviation from it that's acceptable, plus or minus 10%.
Sure.
You know, from deviation from
and like
the timeline.
Eris, like fricking around with Eris's personal timeline is like nothing. It's like 0.0001 because it's like one person.
Yeah.
But
like
if she's a big change,
it's like she's supposed to get to a level 100 eventually, right? But if she makes it, if by level or age 15 she's level 15 when she would have been level 10, it's like whatever. It doesn't matter. Like you're eventually gonna get to level 100. You're just doing it a little bit faster, but the end goal is still the same, what we want you to get to or something.
Right. The teleportation event, though, if it is considered in this Rudy affecting the timeline, would have really fricked with things.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So it makes sense. Like, she would not have had the same upbringing. She went through the Demon Continent, trained with frickin' our boy, what's his face? I can't remember his name. Bald man, jewel, green hair.
Rudyard,
yeah.
Yes.
I called him bald and green hair at the same time, but all right. Yeah, Rudyard,
because
right?
he was
so
both
she's had
depending on which time, yes.
Right, so it's like, yeah, so how much of the world has been affected by this, and is it in accordance to the timeline, or is it something new completely? Maybe that's why the Dragon God is so interested in the whole thing, because it's not according, it's like out of left field. It's like, whoa, wait a second, something just happened that is not in my future sight of things that were going to happen in the Book of Life kind of thing, right? And then it also would make sense that if the man god, who seems to have also some kind of omnipotent understanding of the future and what should happen, is also, or maybe he has a unique one based on the things Rudy will do, whereas the man god has one that's affected by just things that doesn't include Orsted, the dragon god, sorry.
Okay.
No, so
yes.
Man God, because Man God is like making predictions of what Rudy should do according to like what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
And the Dragon God's unable to make those predictions based on what has happened with Rudy because Rudy's outside of that. So either they both have two different kind of future sites, and that would, or potentially Orsted has interest in Rudy and this girl because they're outside of the timeline orthodox, and they can frick about with things in ways that like would be beneficial to the Dragon God if he wants to cause chaos or something or whatever it is, right? Because it's like if Rudy's outside of that, he's an essential piece to Rudy. But she did say, hey, if you do too much, he might come back for you and stop you. So like he wants Rudy here, but not enough to
because he messes with the timeline. Yeah.
Right, not enough to frick around with the timeline maybe in a way that he doesn't want. Maybe he wants him to frick around with it in a different way that he would potentially want in the future, which is why he kept him alive. Rick, there's a lot to think about.
I catch what you're trying to say, yeah. I mean, if we assume that there is a timeline, and like we can maybe think of this timeline as like an entity, not an entity as a being, but like an essence, right? Like a thing that exists in of its own. And it's like it's the glue that dictates the lives of everybody else. And we can almost think of it as like fate. It's like being predetermined what people are going to do.
Right.
right? They there's the illusion of free will. I don't know if we want to go that far, right? But
Sure,
like whatever,
sure.
however we want to think about it.
It's let's just call it like some level of prediction, because it would be free will technically, because people choose. It's just like a high level of ultra prediction. It's like 100% prediction, right?
Sure,
I think there's
okay,
a distinction between 100% prediction and free will. I think you could have both. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Then what do you think is the teleportation event? That was a thing dictated by a timeline? It was
I don't
a
know
thing
if that's
that was
in or
always
out of the
supposed to happen?
timeline. I don't know. I want to say it's not, because the girl that arrived at the same time the teleportation stuff happened, she's not in the timeline stuff, right?
Then I would think that what she was saying is mere speculation on her part about the world deleting them.
I think so as well.
Yes.
It's possible
if
that
it's in the timeline, then it's the inverse. She is not speculating, and that is correct. And if there's too much deviation from it, the timeline will just be like, nope, sorry, you and the events that you did no longer exist. Bye-bye.
Right. The world self-corrects.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's also possible that the dragon god saw this girl. I wish we could remember her name, but I totally forgot. She only said it once.
Japanese girl, but yes.
The Japanese girl, mask girl. So he sees mask girl. He thinks she's pretty freaking interesting because she's not in the book of life, we'll call it. And then he goes, oh, who are you? Where are you from? And she's like, I don't know. There were these other guys who were with me. Whether or not they actually came with her and she can confirm that, and or they were with her on Earth, and then now she's here and she just assumes that maybe they're here as well. Or maybe he understands some level of teleportation magic and goes, well, if you're here and they were right next to you, they're here as well, just somewhere. And then he's like, well, I think you're pretty interesting because you're outside of this. I'd like to find more people like you for whatever devices that he has. Obviously, he wants to gather or at least have people like that in the world, whether for his own purposes or to sow chaos to what is the life timeline that he wants to frick with. Because if it's like, what if it's the man god's timeline? He doesn't like the man god, so he wants these people who are wild cards in the life timeline to frick around with things. So she says, hey, he's like me. Don't you want him to be alive? And he goes, frick, yeah, I do want him to be alive, right? And then that's why he's also going around looking for these other people potentially, right? To have more people to frick about with the timeline. Or at least keep tabs on them in some way. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There's so
Crazy.
much, dude. There's so much. Like another possibility I thought about when you were saying all that is like, what if they're fighting against the timeline itself? What if Orsted has realized, or the man god or whoever have realized, like, listen, yes, free will exists, but it is severely restricted.
We're in some freaking Steins Gate thing where they're trying to break out of the world lines.
Yes, exactly. And it's like,
good point.
We got to freaking get people out here that are not bound by this timeline rule.
Sure.
And like even, I don't know if like even the gods can do it, because if they are restricted by the timeline, then it probably wouldn't even let them reach out into another world and pull somebody in.
Yeah, but
so
if they're
maybe that doesn't work, but
maybe. But if there's like, what if there's like an overarching god, and then there's like the dragon god, human god, and all these other like gods, demon god, and whatnot, and they're trying to like rebel against that one god who's like keeping them all in like the cage, right? And so like, no, you're in the timeline. They're like, oh wait, but there's these like threads here that we can pull at using Rudy and these other people to try and break free. And maybe the man god and the dragon god are kind of trying to do the same thing, but they're doing it in different ways.
But they also, and at the same time, hate each other and always like fighting, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
What an episode.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows if any of those predictions are true?
All the commenters are like, wow, they just went on for like 30 minutes and talked about freaking nothing because none of it's going to come true. Wow, crazy.
That seems to me like the most likely outcome, but
no, George.
Maybe in the giant stew we were cooking, there's like a couple potatoes.
That's right.
Like one little like
bean
meat. Yeah, that's like actual truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
All
very
right,
good.
well,
Let's highlight
yes.
some great comments that we've gotten from the last episode. I've got a comment here from Guy Valentine on Patreon. Thank you very much, first of all, for your non-spoilery comment. We love the non-spoilery comments around here. That's
Yes,
for sure.
yes, exactly.
Everything, basically, the comment was summed up was everything has a point, and that the show is complete, and that there was a specific Studio Bind made to adapt the entire story of Jobless Reincarnation. First of all, I didn't know that about the studio. That's freaking cool. And
Yeah.
it just makes me, honestly, it makes me very excited for Jobless Reincarnation going forward, that it's just going to be a full, complete adaptation. Obviously, there's cut content, but like it's going to follow through all the way. I really like that,
Yeah.
and I like that it's the story is complete. So that at any time when they're ready to pump out more stuff, they're going to pump it out. Super excited about that. I really like Jobless Reincarnation at this point. I just realized this episode that I'm like so into the show now, so that's great. After like absolutely dropping it season 1, jeez, what happened?
True.
Right?
Yes, that's right. You did that. Wow,
crazy.
Graham, look at that.
Oh,
if it
wow,
weren't for the
saved.
anime club, that
Yeah,
still
right.
would be
Freaking safe.
left alone. Yes.
But I do like, and I feel a little bit reassured. I assumed that that was the case, but it's nice to hear in the most non-spoiler way ever, but everything has a point and everything is kind of connected. That sounds awesome. Very excited. So thank you very much, Guy, for your great comment. Very good.
Yes, thank you. And the comment I want to highlight is from Ortoros. It's a giant comment, and so A for effort at the very least. It's a freaking huge paragraph. But the other thing that stood out to me the most was a little bit from the author, and I'll just read exactly how it's written. Rifujin, the author, believes that there are two different types of love, eros and agape. Eros is all the sexual fetishes kind of stuff, desires, and agape is the mental love, pure love without any sexual desire. I find that philosophy very interesting, and I can see some arguments for. I think I fundamentally disagree at the end of the day with that philosophy, but I find that such an interesting method with which to approach writing inter-character relationships. So even if I disagree with it, I think it's a very fascinating way to approach love between characters. And there are some parts of it that I do agree with. And one of the things he says here too, the author believes that if agape or eros is prevailing, meaning it's like, you know, beating out the other, the relationship is not stable. That's the part I think I disagree with the most, because I think if there's that mental pure love bond, like I'm not saying you don't need in like, you know, I'm talking here relationship between significant others and stuff, not like, you know, parent relationship or whatever, or sibling and stuff. But like
you're talking about romantic. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Like I do think I clearly think you need both, but I think it's just the fact of life. People grow old, and the eros love
Side of it.
You
Lessons.
just naturally,
Yeah.
it just naturally lessens, right? When you're freaking 70, it is not the same when you were 20.
Yeah, and the agape grows
Exactly. And
infinitely.
those can be some incredibly stable relationships. Obviously, you know, just because you've grown old to somebody doesn't mean you'll continue to love them. But I do think that there could be a lot of agape, and that carries people over and all that stuff. But anyways, I thought it was a very interesting comment, very interesting philosophy from the author. And I love hearing things like this about how the authors put their own worldview into their stories.
Yeah.
So yeah, very good. Very good.
Very interesting.
Keep the comments coming, guys. We love them. This is a new little segment because we want to interact with the community more. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. But yeah.
Very good.
And great episode. Freaking this last one, dude. This is my favorite episode. I'm glad you like both. I like the previous one as well.
Did you?
Great episode.
Was there any episode in season 1 that you like? Like this is your favorite in this season, but what about season 1? Is there any episode that you like more than this, or is this your favorite episode of the series?
I think the Orsted episode in season 1.
Yeah, that one's, it's hard
So
to top
good.
that, bro. That was
So good.
crazy. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that was so good.
This is probably second best. Although there were
Yeah,
some other,
and it's dealing
hard
with
to say.
Orson again.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah,
there's,
true.
there's
That's
a
a good
reason for
point.
that.
So, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
very good.
Great stuff. Yeah. But if you want to see this series 2 weeks ahead of time, and ReZero as well, that one's popping off, check out the Patreon and the channel membership. But with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Sure, buddy.
Take care.